Well, some state leaders are trying to enact laws to, quote, Trump-proof their states before President-elect Trump is sworn into office next month. That's after several promises were made by the former president to enact mass deportations and expand concealed carry laws across the U.S. But some assembly members on both sides of the aisle disagree with those new measures. Steve Large has more details.
Newly elected Assemblymember Jeff Gonzalez arrived for his swearing-in ceremony with his family as one of 3 Republican lawmakers that flipped their district from Democrat to Republican.
That's why I think we flipped, because they saw someone who cared about community first and not about politics.
On this day of ceremony and celebration, he is also ready to voice his opposition to a special session called by Governor Gavin Newsom to Trump-proof California.
I think it's a waste of money and a waste of time.
I mean, we can roll over and just allow progress the last half century to evaporate.
The governor spoke to reporters about this new day for legislators and bracing for a White House he says will be intent on retaliating against California.
We're preparing for that in a more sober way. Hopefully, we won't need to exercise any of it. Hopefully, we won't need to utilize any of the resources that the legislature will provide us. But if past this prologue, then we most certainly will.
Newsom's plan calls for a $25 million litigation fund for the Attorney General's office that would help defend the state from what he describes as possible unlawful federal actions. And he wants the new legislation signed into law by January 20th, the day of Donald Trump's inauguration. Freshman lawmakers, even on opposite sides of the aisle, were embracing on this first day in office. Sade El-Hawari is a newly elected Democratic lawmaker representing Los Angeles.
I think what it means for us to continue to divide because, based on party lines, is not going to work for us. Our communities are asking for support. They're yelling it out.
Ceremony and smiles on day one.
Californians have woken up.
And the seriousness of a first assignment, debating Donald Trump's White House in Gavin Newsom's special session.
And Governor Newsom vowed to work with President-elect Trump in a statement after his win, but he also reaffirmed his stance on protecting states from Trump's policies, saying he intends to, quote, defend our Constitution and uphold rule of the law, end quote.